Hey fishers, time for another report obviously. I've been away for a couple of days fishing and it's pretty hard to get motivated to tell everybody how good it is, because it is fantastic, I can tell you. It's been rather exciting. Been fishing with old Maso down Albury. He has the Compleat Angler Wagga store, and he tells me that we're still getting some pretty good reports from Dart. Majority of the fish out of there are being caught on gudgeons, or drifting and casting seems to be more consistent than anything else. So we're pretty happy with that. But where the excitement is, is basically the Hume Weir. We've been waiting for redfin to fire up for a long time, and they've fired up down the Hume Weir. Quite a few people are going out now. A lot of people are going out, obviously, but quite a few people are going out and coming out with a bit of a feed of redfin. You catch quite a few reddies, a lot of small ones, and some really nice sized ones amongst them. Small yabbies, once you find them, blades or vibes will do the job quite nicely. The little Yakamito bribe is a little vibe, and it's fantastic and impossible to beat, I can tell you. We've only used it ourselves for the first time over the last couple of weeks, and it is a stunning lure to use, so just keep that one in mind. The streams down in Vic are a little bit hard at the moment because of the water temperatures and that, but the middle river's still fishing okay, so that's been a reasonably consistent over this season. My whaler, still getting the odd few reports from my whaler, certainly not firing, but look, it's worth a drive, get a few on surface lures, that sort of thing. Still getting the reports from up Bundalong, up that top end of the lake, more so than anywhere else. Haven't had any reports from anywhere else. Could be fishing quite good down there in other areas, but they're the only reports I've got. Murrumbidgee River. Oh, look, it's cleaned up quite nicely now. Still got a bit of colour in it, but we're happy. Lure fishing's quite okay. Bait fishermen are really getting stuck into it, and they get some beautiful fish. Some of the better reports for the bait fishermen, the bigger fish, have been after dark. Big yabbies after dark, some very consistent catches, a very, very nice cod. A few yellow belly. Remember what I said before, the yellows are right in close to the bank. They seem to be hugging the bank closely. Shrimp, small yabbies, even worms aren't too bad. Paternoster rig seems to be the go, and it covers the options exceptionally well. If you're not sure of the technique, come in and see us and we'll give you a full rundown on it, or give me a ring, doesn't really matter. Tumut River, running a bit over 3,000. Oh, by the way, the Bidgie's running about 1.5, 1.4 metres, running at 22, 23 degrees, pretty well spot on. The Tumut River, a bit over 3.5, 4 I think it is at the moment, and it's quite fishable. Using heavier type lures like spoons, blades, anything of that nature. We'll cover the options. Drifting worms, still another good option down there. It's not bad when it's running at that height. I've sort of got a bit more used to fishing at about half flow nowadays, and it seems to be pretty consistent. Some nice rainbows, the odd brown, but really good quality rainbows coming out of it. Burren Juck, a few reports at the Juck, a few yellows, the odd big cod caught on trolling big spinnerbaits, which I've mentioned before. Another lure that's been working quite okay there is the reasonably new custom crafted Hellraiser. It's about a 35, 40 foot capable lure, and through the middle of the day the cod seem to be attracted to that lure. It's quite a special little lure, so give that one a bit of a look. But around the main basin, behind Wade Island and up towards Carey's, in that timber going up the main river up towards Carey's Reserve, right in the middle there's some good solid timber there, and there seems to be a pretty good run of cod sitting in amongst that, probably chasing small redfin, I'd say. So a bit of activity there. Wangler, not too bad, getting some pretty respectable reports out of there. As far as the trout season in New South goes at the moment, most of the streams are pretty ordinary at the moment, except for the Tumut, like I said. Tantanga is still quite warm. There's a few trout coming out of it. Yukonbean, you really do need a lead line or down rig, even early in the mornings at the moment, seems to cover it. But if you're on the water before daylight, you might get a few flat lining. Jindabyne isn't too bad, down rigging. As you can see, we've got some reasonable amount of activity around us. I did get a couple of reports from Lake Albert, getting a few little cod out of it, but look, it's not that pleasant out there at the moment. It doesn't seem to be really worthwhile chasing fish. Disappointing for us, and the same goes from Old Man Creek. It's very inconsistent at the moment, but that's about all we got for the report for this week. Give us a yell next week. Compleat Angler's Fishing Report for this week.